Hello and welcome back. I am Denise Ambresco-Meda. I am the founder of Travel Brilliant, and today we are talking about cruise excursions. So we love to cruise, and when you go into port, you're going to want to see something, right? You don't want to just hang out on the ship. That's the whole point of going on a cruise, is to see those destinations where you're porting. So these are my top 5 foodie excursions. So we're going to go all over the globe for this one. And our first stop for foodies is going to be in Alaska. So Alaskan cruises are super popular. And one of the best things that you can do in Juneau for your tummy is to visit the Gold Creek Salmon Bake. So I've got notes here, so I don't want to miss a thing when I'm telling you guys about this. So on many of your Alaskan cruises, you're going to have a stop in Juneau. So you're going to want to visit the Gold Creek Salmon Bake, okay? So if you guys love seafood, this is amazing because, again, we're in the place where the salmon comes from. So this is going to be the freshest, most flavorful salmon that you are going to get. Okay, that's going to be right out of the water and onto the bake, right? So they're going to pair that with all you can eat. So this is going to be an all you can eat salmon dinner, okay? And you're going to get all sorts of sides with that: potatoes, baked beans, rice, fresh salads, cornbread. And if you are not a salmon eater, right? If you got somebody in your travel party, maybe it's a kiddo or a particularly picky adult who doesn't want to eat seafood or doesn't like fish, they're also going to offer you chicken as well. So it's a really great spot. It's in the Alaskan Rainforest. So rainforests are not exclusive to the Amazon, right? We do have beautiful rainforests in Alaska. So this is going to be a gorgeous spot. And it's going to be, you know, this traditional gold rush town. You're going to be in the rainforest having a beautiful salmon bake, okay? Our next destination, many of our Caribbean cruises are going to stop in St. Thomas. So St. Thomas is part of the U.S. Virgin Islands. And these islands are really small, so you can definitely explore them without having to pay extra for a guide. Although if you want to get a lot of bang for your buck, a guided excursion is always great. So one of the places that we love is Gladys's Cafe. It's in the historic Charlotte Amelie neighborhood, okay? So it's situated in an old pump house that dates back all the way to the 1700s. So there was a lot of colonialization in the Caribbean. So this is an old pump house, right? But again, you're going to get some amazing Caribbean food here, okay? You're going to get jerk mahi-mahi, chicken curry, creamy conch chowder. So if you've never had conch chowder, it's very good. You should try it. And then, again, all of these flavors of the Caribbean. Remember, the Caribbean is going to be a mashup, right, of Creole and indigenous and African and like all of these flavors, right, mashed up there in the Caribbean. Love it. All right, so Cozumel. So many of our cruises stop in Cozumel. Cozumel can be a little bit of a downer for some of my sailors because it's really very touristy, right? They're welcoming these huge cruise ships and it can be very, very touristy. But Fat Tuesdays is a great place to spend the afternoon. It's a cool mashup between sort of Mexican and New Orleans kind of culture. So you're going to have a lot of traditional Mexican flavors, but with a New Orleans or Creole twist, and great cocktails. So you're going to have fun. The restaurant, it really shines when the sun goes down, right? So depending on when your cruise departs, if you can stay there until sunset, you're going to get beautiful views of the sunset. And then they're going to have a DJ. It's going to be really fun. It's a great spot to get some really cool food. All right, let's jump over to the Mediterranean. So Italy. So one thing to remember is that when you port in Rome, right, all of our cruise ships that go to Rome are going to actually port in Civitavecchia, which is about an hour away. So you're gonna have to hire a car or take a taxi, right? If you know Rome pretty well, you can definitely explore on your own for the day. If you don't know Rome very well, I do definitely suggest doing a guided excursion just because it is so far from the cruise port. Many of our port towns, you can kind of walk off the cruise ship and explore. Rome is not going to be one of those. But if you know Rome, King Edward Gastropub, okay, is going to be a great place for you to stop, okay? It's in the Eternal City, okay? It's going to be romantic. It's going to have stunning architecture, delicious food. You're going to be right near Fort Michelangelo, the National Archaeological Museum of Cetavecchia, and Old Town Center, okay? When you port, but in the heart of Rome, you're gonna wanna go out to eat. And this is actually an Irish pub. So I'm not sending you guys to a traditional Italian restaurant. This is actually an Irish pub, but it's really, really cool to go in and grab a quick meal, but they're gonna have everything. So it's gonna feel like an Irish pub, but they're gonna have some Italian dishes, and they're gonna be done really well. It's a good mashup. So pizzas, pastas, meat dishes, desserts, sandwiches, all of that good stuff that you're gonna find there at Edward's Gastropub. All right, let's bounce back for our last foodie excursion or foodie destination. We're gonna go to the Bahamas. So most of our cruise ships, when they port in the Bahamas, are gonna port in Nassau. And I'll be honest, Nassau is not my favorite city. Again, much like Cozumel, it can be a little bit of a disappointment because it feels very touristy. It doesn't feel really authentic in many, many ways because it's geared towards all of these people dumping out into the port from the cruise ships. So, but you can find some gems. So, Bahamian Cook and Restaurant and Bar in Nassau, Bahamas. You're gonna get your traditional Caribbean Bahamian food, okay? So when you're going through the straw market, you're gonna find this little spot, okay? So you're gonna get everything from your conch fritters. They serve brunch, lunch, and dinner. And it's just gonna be really good traditional food. So it's a great spot that's not gonna be a tourist trap when you're in the port of Nassau, okay? So if you guys have any questions about any of these destinations, whether it be booking a cruise or other recommendations for excursions, drop a comment below. You know, we're always here to help, and I will see you guys real soon.